They buried my assault case to protect their star player, so I buried their entire program. My university's athletic department protected their star players like they were made of gold. When our quarterback Anthony assaulted a girl from his economics class, she mysteriously got moved to a different section. He sent a freshman to the hospital during a team party, and somehow she ended up with an underage drinking citation. The janitor's daughter filed a report after he cornered her in the training room, and next thing you know, her dad's working nights on the other side of campus. I worked evenings at the athletic facility, restocking towels and cleaning equipment, decent money for a student whose parents could barely cover tuition. That night I was storing volleyball nets when Anthony stayed late throwing passes. After he left, I was heading to clock out when he reappeared, claiming he'd forgotten his playbook. Asked me to help look in the storage room. The door locked from outside, and he knew it. I reported to campus security the next morning. By lunch, I was facing the athletic director, Dean, and a lawyer who questioned my story. Was I sure I hadn't misunderstood? Had I been drinking? The hallway security footage had mysteriously corrupted overnight. Anthony claimed I'd been flirting all semester and got upset when rejected. 3 teammates who weren't there backed him up. The lawyer mentioned my academic scholarship 3 times, emphasizing how competitive renewal was, and how the committee valued students who contributed positively to campus culture. Within days, my microbiology professor accused me of cheating. The athletic facility cut my position. My roommate suddenly moved out. The dean called my parents, suggesting I was stressed and making bizarre accusations. My mother cried, asking why I'd throw everything away. My father said I should come home and rest. They put me on medical leave for exhaustion and basically told me to think about transferring somewhere else, maybe somewhere less demanding. I packed my stuff while everyone was in class because I didn't want to see anyone. Found a note slipped under my door with 5 names written on notebook paper. 5 girls who'd left school suddenly. Someone had drawn a small flower at the bottom. I spent 2 weeks in my childhood bedroom staring at those names. Then I opened Instagram and saw Anthony at a campus charity event. He was getting an award for community service and leadership. The caption said Role Model of the Year with hundreds of hearts in the comments. That's when something inside me went cold and quiet. They didn't need me to convince them of the truth because they already knew it. They knew about the economics girl and the freshman and the janitor's daughter. They knew about those 5 names on my paper. They protected him anyway because winning games mattered more than our bodies. I called the dean and apologized for the misunderstanding. Blamed everything on stress and culture shock and promised I'd learned my lesson. Asked if I could come back next semester with a fresh start. They were thrilled because the troublemaker had finally come to her senses. I came back all grateful and eager and applied for an admin assistant job. The athletic department hired me right away. Probably thought it was hilarious. The girl who'd caused problems now fetching coffee and filing papers. I made myself super useful over the next 3 years. Handled donor emails and managed compliance paperwork and booked travel. By the end, I knew which professors gave athletes passing grades for nothing. I knew which doctors lied about injuries and signed fake medical clearances. I knew which cops made assault reports disappear. I had master keys to every office and passwords to every system. I figured out their weakness perfectly. They protected players to protect money and reputation. I destroy both. The destruction started during March Madness when everyone was distracted. First, I sent our complete donor list to 5 rival schools with personal notes. Who was cheating on their wives and whose kids had drug problems. Who owed back taxes and who had hidden bankruptcy filings. Then I fixed years of fake GPAs right before the eligibility deadline. 40% of the team couldn't play anymore, including Anthony. I started sending proof of recruiting violations to parents of incoming players. Photos of cash handoffs and apartment leases and car titles with players' names. The offensive coordinator got busted for prescription fraud after anonymous tips to the state board. The head coach's emails with the biggest booster's wife got sent to everyone anonymously. Game day came with half the staff dealing with personal disasters. During all this chaos, I sat at my desk being helpful and worried. Anthony walked by and saw me there and just froze. I smiled and asked if he needed anything for the game. He stared at me for 10 seconds before walking away. His hands were shaking. The team lost by 40 points. The university president held emergency meetings all weekend. Federal investigators showed up Monday asking about financial fraud. Tuesday, they expanded to recruiting violations. Wednesday, the program got shut down with a 5-year ban. I quit Thursday saying I had family stuff to deal with. They wrote me a great recommendation letter. Anthony never got drafted after NFL teams got his background reports. Posts weekly conspiracy videos nobody watches. Works insurance and tells clients about his stolen dreams. The university erased every trace of him. The 5 girls testified at federal hearings.